A unified field theory, technically in physics, means a theory that includes gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak force, and not necessarily have to address anything else. However, a theory of everything would be a theory that includes the dynamics of consciousness, or the dynamics of the point of observation, the frame of reference. And, you know, incredibly, this theory that we're writing right now is starting to give us a glimpse at how this would occur, how this feedback in space would generate an information flow that we could call the foundation of consciousness, meaning if the universe is expanding and contracting at the exact same time in all points at the same time, meaning that the Big Bang is just one event, that everything is really Big Banging, creation is occurring everywhere, and it's a relationship between the expansion side and the contraction side. Now we have some kind of feedback of information between the radiative side and the contractive side. And consciousness or self-awareness is somewhat of a feedback. In order for you to know that you're there, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and see that it's yourself and recognize yourself. You need some kind of feedback from the external world. For instance, throughout the day, you eat and you radiate heat. You radiate energy into space, and then as you radiate energy through your five senses, you gather information. The radiation part is the expansion part, and the gathering of information is the contractive part. And now you can see how consciousness becomes the feedback in space-time. And so really this theory eventually leads us to the foundation of consciousness and information theory, and it's very, very exciting to go into those fields, because I think it starts to describe our universe as a conscious universe learning about itself. And this idea that in essence, I mean, we always talk about the Big Bang as if in past tense, but in fact the bang is still banging. The bang is still in its process of its ang, if you will. I mean, we're in the middle of this explosion, and this explosion is continually occurring, and it hasn't stopped, and we're in the middle of this process that's in its own bang, if you will. That's right, and we could say that, like, you know, we could say that, like, the supernova explosions that we see, you know, in our galaxy, for instance, are like smaller bangs, you know, and we could say that the radiations that we see from stars and you know, atoms and so on are all smaller and smaller bangs, you know, that are like continuously radiating into the vacuum and then contracting the information back in because of gravity, and so that there's a constant radiative side, the electromagnetic radiation, and gravitational contraction that's moving information back and forth. And as the information moves from expansion to contraction to expansion to contraction, the universe learns about itself, because when the information comes back, it's changed, it's interpreted by the field, and so really. We start to see ourselves in this amazing, huge wheelwork of nature as little information processing systems, little information processing plans, learning for the universe, and all of a sudden we start to see the unity in our existence, the unity between all people, all beings. The unity between us and all the other systems in our universe, and we start to see ourselves as like the extension of space, like the universe extending itself out like the branch of a fractal, extending itself out and then looking back at itself and learning about itself.
Amazing. Listen, we've come to the end of the program. Thank you so much. Nassim Haramein from Hawaii. Is there a website people can contact to get more information about your books or anything that you have, your tapes and so on?
Yes, we're putting a website up because I'm about to publish, and I've been very quiet until now. The website address is theresonanceproject.org. And that will be up in the next few weeks. So if it's not up when you go there, be patient. It won't be long. And the papers will be on there and small abstracts and all this. So please come and give comments.
Give that website one more time.
theresonanceproject.org.
Theresonanceproject.org.
Yes.
Okay.
And so there'll be papers there, and there'll be small abstract and layman's articles, so there'll be stuff for everybody.
And do you have videotapes that people can also purchase through that? Or find out?
We're in the middle of producing a DVD and videotape of my presentations. They're like 8 hours presentations that I do for the public. They're layman's presentations. They're very fun, and I address many subjects in them. And that will be available by the end of May.
Thank you so much, sir, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having me.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well,